Alright, so we have our interface done. So what we want to do now is implement the JavaScript audio API. Okay, so it's fairly easy, at least what we're doing. Let's go to our JavaScript file. Okay, so we want to go to main.js. Alright, now what we can do here is we want to create a new audio object. Alright, so I'm going to create a variable called audio. Alright, now to use the audio object we need to say let's say audio, actually you know what, let's do it right here. We'll say variable audio is equal to new audio, and then in here we want to put the URL to our song. So for now I'm just going to put in a static file. Alright, so media slash, and let's just pick a song. We'll go with the first one. Alright, so this creates a new audio object for us. Now we can call methods on this object like audio.play. Okay, and this is going to play the audio for us. So let's just try this out. Alright, so we need to go to our HTML file and we want to include our JavaScript files down at the bottom. So we want to say script, and we first want to include the jQuery. It's in the JS folder. And then we want our main.js. Okay. Save that. Now if we go to our app and we reload, the song plays. Alright, now this song is coming from, now I can't control anything here, we haven't implemented anything, and let me just stop that for now. Basically we're just creating a new audio object and we're passing in the song, the location of the song, and then we're calling the play method, which is going to play it. Alright, so these two lines of code allows us to play the song in the browser. Alright, now obviously we don't want the song to just play when we open the browser. I mean, if you do want to do that, there's proper ways to do that, but I would definitely suggest not using autoplay. A lot of people get really annoyed with it. So let me just take this function out of here so it doesn't play automatically, and let's open it back up. Alright, now basically what we want to do is we want to call that play method when we click the play button. So we have to create a handler in jQuery. Alright, so what we're going to do is we want the button. Okay, so the play button, we can grab it with its ID of play. So we just want to put in here play, and what we want to do is when it's clicked on, we want to run a function. If you know jQuery, this should be very, very easy. So we want to play, and what we need to do here is do what we just did, say audio.play. Okay, so now if we save that, now I'm going to play this. I click play, and remember the delay is because of my system. Alright, so it plays. We can't stop it though. We can't stop it, so what we need to do is add a click handler for the stop button as well. So we'll say stop, and we can just, I'm sorry, there is no stop. What we have to do to implement stop functionality is use the pause method and then reset the timer. So to reset the timer, we just want to say audio dot current time, which is another method property that's going to give us the current time of the song, and we're going to just set that to 0. Okay, so now we should be able to play and stop it. Okay, so we play. And stop. Alright. And just to make sure there's no errors or anything, just open up the console, play, stop. Alright, so that's it. That's all you have to do to implement play and stop functionality. So it's pretty easy. So what we want to do now is we want our pause button. Alright, we want the pause button to show when the song plays. When we click play, it should show a pause button. Alright, and that's really easy to do with jQuery. But let's go to our style sheet, and if you remember, we manually we added a display hidden on the pause button, okay, which is right here. I'm sorry, display none. So I'm going to get rid of that, and now we should see all the buttons. Alright, so now we want to hide it with jQuery. Okay, so what I'm going to do in main.js, up at the top, I'm going to actually under the audio, I'm just going to hide pause, and we just want to grab it with jQuery, and I'm just going to say .hide. Okay, so that'll hide it. Now we want it to show when we click play, so all we have to do is copy that. Okay, so we want the play button to hide when we click it, and pause we want to show. Okay, now we need to implement the pause functionality, so I'm just going to copy this, and we want to change this to pause, and change this to pause as well, and play. When we click pause, the play button should show. Alright, so we'll change this to show, and then hide this. Alright, so let's try that out. Okay, we'll play. You can see that it's changed to pause. The song plays. Now we pause it, it stops, play it, it starts where it left off. Alright, so that's obviously the difference between pause and stop, is that when you stop it, the timer resets, okay, which we use this current time object or property. So you can see it's very simple for these basic functions. So now we have our play, pause, and stop functionality all complete. Alright, so in the next video we're going to get into the volume. I'm going to show you how we can use this to increase and decrease volume, as well as the duration. Okay, so we're going to make it so that when we play, the duration will obviously go along with the song. Alright, so we'll get into that next.